Hello, welcome back to Monster Train. There's a new patch, not too many changes. You can check it out. I have a video up on it that went up yesterday. Playing Stygian today, I believe. Let me double check. I believe was our last run Stygian? Or no, our last run was the Awoken Melting, for sure. This is a Stygian run. Let's do it. Stygian random. Shall we? I don't know. It's Stygian Hellhorned. Sweet. Good clan combo. The changes are interesting. They're good. If you want the abridged, you don't want to go check out that video. It's changed. They changed Hellhorn's tome. They changed the Snecko gauge changes, and Rage Prince got hit. Not surprising. You want the full rundown and my thoughts, you can go check out the other video. I'll have a link to it down below for you for your ease. Today we're against Seraph the Temperate. We got Daedalus, Welder Helper Preserve, and we are Stygian Hellhorned. This is a killer start. Like this is a really strong start. No matter what I get from this champion, I feel pretty confident. Ooh, double incant. Ooh, double incant. I really want to play double incant Siren of the Sea, but Firewall is just consistently good. But I'm gonna take double incant. I want to play the double incant dream. Okay, and we're playing Frostbite. Right on. Let's do it. You can make a really bad case for Conduit there. You know, thanks for all the support on the videos as always. I noticed, let me get into the combat before I start talking. Armor 10 unit draft. Can I take armor 10 here? Yeah. 15. You'll take, so you'll be at 55, it's 15, and then you take 25 plus 9, so you take 34. You'll hit me for a little bit. I think it's fine though. The fear is of course the 5-1 that spawns behind chains, but you know, just don't have that happen. Pretty straightforward. Just win the 50-50. Getting a Rage Siren here would be pretty game winning overall. Actually, this train start should go up here. But yeah, lots of support on the videos lately as always. I wanted to say thanks. Closing in on some pretty big milestones that I'm excited for. I've talked about this in Metropolis, but I've definitely noticed that if I find a way that I can like morally be okay with, where I sneak in the hey, don't forget to like at the start of the video, then it's the video performs exceptionally, like way better. However, at the same time, as I talk about it in this sort of a meta way, I'm like, ugh, fucking shill. But you know, if you're enjoying the content, don't forget to like and subscribe. The analytics are pretty crazy. It's fun. It's not surprising, but it's like 20. Hey, look at that! Just don't roll the 5-1. Like 20. No, it's like 70%. Only like 30% of people who watch these videos are actually subscribed, which makes sense, right? Because of the way that YouTube works in the current era. This does not surprise me, but you know. There's only one sub milestone left. I've talked about it a few times. It's the old 1,000 subs, and then I get to monetize, and that's basically it. Right on. It took 7 here, but the extra chance to find something that says incant on it is worth it. There's a lot of real crazy shit we can find with a starter, a founding seal. But, you know, thanks for all the support. All the people coming over to the stream and saying hey too, really appreciate that. Without any, no more bullshit, and we can get into it now. We can make our decisions. That first combat is just kind of autopilot. You make a big armor tank, you take your 7 damage, and you hopefully get an incant unit. Titan's Tooth, Energy Siphon, and Ice Tornado. The only one of these I'd even consider is Energy Siphon, or the incants, but nah. Hidden Passage. I was hoping for a Fortify. Vent is probably what I want to grab here. Hey, none of these say incant. I don't like that. I can't believe it. I think I want to hold out hope. I don't want to pick any of this. I can take Rail Beater, but I'm gonna hold out hope. We're gonna stay strong. Stay strong, everyone. We can make it through this. I believe. I believe this is gonna be a double Siren banner. Multi-strike. Oh, give me one of the Sirens. Oh, baby. There was a change to the wording on Icy Siliphyte. I was supposed to point that out, but I got too excited when I saw Nameless Siren pop up there. So it's Plating Seal Daedalus. It is Spell Shield Fell, and it's Seraph the Temperate. So Sap Seraph. What does that mean? It means that there is no guarantee that we ever see a single enemy that says sweep on it. The interesting thing is that Nameless Siren is a damage carry, which we already have. I think I just slap her a plus 25. What else would I even give her? Yeah, this is fine. I feel like she works not super great with Hellhorned. I feel like maybe Hellhorned main? No, because like the thing about Stygian Hellhorned is that you don't need Nameless Siren typically. Your damage carry is usually already settled. And not take spikes 3 here. Absolutely not. Very glad that I took plus 25 for her, because this is a high damage output combat. Okay, this is fine. There's a world where I missed the collector, but I think we should catch it. No, I think we should catch it. It's gonna come down to drawing a torch anyway, because it's a 50-50 basically. If I kill the haste, then it spawns on middle floor, I can miss it. If I kill it, oh hey, and I just draw a torch anyway. So all of that hypothesizing doesn't even matter. Right on. So I torch here. I think I want to, because you're gonna have to carry against the boss. You have to do all the heavy lifting. Tethys gives you 1 round. Which means I want to min-max my rage output on her more so than I want to worry about killing any of this. Yeah, I should draw an answer. So I'm going to torch vent for, yeah, 8 rage there. So she's going to go insane, right? If I can pick up, the big money pickup on this run now is the shark. Beefy shark, incant shark. That guy basically hard carries this run if we see him. Like, more or less, it's just him and the Siren should 1v1 the entire game for us. I believe. Yeah, wow, she is strong. I cannot emphasize this fact to you enough. She is very strong. In a 4-round combat, getting to 36 rage is insane. That is so much rage. Welder Helper lets us build our own tank, but a second vent isn't bad. And so is like Molting Imp, especially against this Seraph. I've had so many runs where it's like, oh yeah, remember that Molting Imp I took at the start of the game, and then he just shows up at the perfect turn to wipe an entire floor and save the run. I have so much respect for this imp at this point. I fear him more than anything else. And we're gonna farm Stygian banners. I'm gonna look super hard for it. Check the event first. I don't like this event. I really don't like trading health for money. I think it's not worth it. Especially in a run where we can pretty consistently catch collectors. Oh, baby. Alright. I can't believe I'm considering saying no to the Hot Shark. Titan Sentry. But like, oh my god, Incant Shark does so much work. I wish if I could pick both of these, this run is actually over. So I guess we just flip a coin on which one do you think we'll see again. It's a great question. I guess, no, you flip a coin on which one is more important. I honestly think that this one does something that the Titan Sentry doesn't. This one frontlines for our team, whereas Titan Sentry kills backline, but we have Hellhorned, so we have the Imp, we have the Torches, we have the Vent. We have answers for this guy, whereas I need this. And he, like, 35 health shark can tank as well, but he's not as effective with double incant. I'm gonna dupe Offering Token, as many 0-cost spells as we can get to trigger incant, right? And yeah, this is gonna be, I think that this run is gonna get pretty strong. I got rewarded, right? For sure. If Daedalus can pop out a few pretty crazy upgrades as well, there's things we can see in this run. I wouldn't say no to a Siren of the Sea. Interesting. I suppose I'll set middle floor, because it's Plating Seal, it doesn't really matter that much. Drop Tethys, drop Siren, drop a Train Steward to take the 10 for us. And we vent. That's fine. God, I swear, so many birds have flown into my window lately. It's crazy. There's just a loud thump. I don't know if that one came through. That one was pretty light, all things considered, but like, there's just been so many big thumps. I'm worried about the birds. I think they're losing it, dude. I think they're losing it. They're flying into windows like crazy. Hope that everything's okay. If I've learned anything from watching recaps of apocalypse movies, I think this means that Earth's magnetism is fucked because birds fly through that shit or something like that. I don't really know. I didn't pay too close of attention because I was like, this is some dumb sci-fi shit that I don't really care about. Is 3 incants better than just killing this guy? 2 incants gives you 12 armor, but you'll take 5. 3 incants gives you 18 armor. Or no. 2 incants gives you 12 armor, but you take 0. 3 incants gives you 18 armor, but you take 6. So it's 12 armor either way. In one of these cases, we get an extra trigger for the Siren, though. So this feels like it's the way to go. He ends at the same amount of armor, but she ends with 4 extra rage. Yeah, she is... Like, she scales so fast, it's crazy. I think I wouldn't pick Siren of the Sea here, because I think we're going to take space so that I can play imps on this floor alongside everything else. Crystallis is probably... Yeah, Crystallis is worth it because I'm only able to play 2 spells anyway. We throw this guy 2 plus 25s and he goes to town. And oh my god, she's at 71 in a 6-round combat. It's just, it's so amazing. I don't even know what else to say. I'm actually just in endless amounts of shock here at how much rage she's gaining. If I could change one thing, I wish I had picked up the Ascend, although the Vent has been pretty important, but being able to Ascend a Deranged Brute into this would also, like, just for the potential, it would be really strong. And we can just freeze a 1-cost spell here, because the incant trigger is fine whenever we do it. Not that it matters, she's a fucking monster. She is a monster. This is... On Daedalus, we have a unit... We have a floor on Daedalus with strength levels that are going to be able to rival like double heavies on floor 7. I cannot stress to you how insane this is. Here's the new Hellhorned. Apply Fragile. If this unit loses health, it dies. Multi-strike 1 to a friendly unit. So this change, in essence, is... But it's back to 5 energy. The Fragile change means that if you aren't able to apply armor to the unit, they're going to get popped by sweep no matter their health numbers. You might think I want to pick this. You might be right, however, you're wrong, because... Important reason... I don't want to take energy. I think this run wants space and then maybe draw. I don't want to take energy from this one because I think that being able to play imps on the floor that I'm stacking is good. It's worth it. So as a result, I think Ally of the Ancients is better. And I'm just going to pick it. Siren of the Sea. Huh. Huh. +4/+4 every spell cast, huh? I'm not gonna do it. I think that this is too much. Hello, it's me again. I'm talking about draw priority. The potential to miss your shark for 3 turns is really scary. We want to get them scaling as fast as possible. Or not draw him until a 3rd turn, I should clarify, right? Because you could draw Nameless Siren, then Siren of the Sea, then Guard of the Unnamed, and just lose. I think that for consistency's sake, we don't need her, and we don't want her. If I could fit her on the... Like, I would need 8 space to want to take her, I think. Because... Yeah, because I want to be able to put Tethys on the floor. I don't want to just throw Tethys away. I'm going to skip it. And we're going to take space. I want to be able to play imps. Really interesting. It's imp-tristing, if you will. Maybe I pick Conduit here. We fish for +25s here. Large stone, no thank you. 2 +25s is fine. No Conduit. Sweep is decent, right? Sweep lets me handle backliners, but hopefully we have a better answer than that, right? We should have a better answer in the vent at some point. Hold over +10 on that card in this run is basically over. I think that this is fine. And we're gonna clear out Train Stewards. We have the pieces, we just need to put it together now. Don't need any of that. And finally, a +25. And I'm gonna roll. I wanna find Incant Armor 1 here. Too bad. I'll throw Rage 7 to an Imp. Throwing buffs onto one of these Welder Helpers is fine. If it's the last Welder Helper we play, he just chills on the floor and gets to go insane. Buffing up the small units turns out to be super useful. See yesterday's episode where the run was literally saved because I put a +5, +10 onto a Wildwood Custodian. My man, he did some pretty heavy lifting. To say the least. Heaven's Seal. Everything, like, this is one of the few times I'll consider Heaven's Seal, because everything dies. I'm pretty sure we can take this. In our worst cases, it's gonna be probably 15 damage in our worst cases, which is one clipped reflector sneaking by, but I believe this is okay. As long as we get to set up, middle or top, right? We get an extra round or two to get the rage going. And the more time we get to stack up her rage, the better off we are. I'm gonna drop Tethys to 1. Tethys' health being at 3 or 1 does not matter. Like, it really doesn't change anything. Okay. I want to play all of these cards. I'm gonna throw away Preserve. I want to play all of these. Frozen Lance, there's no reason not to. Oh, there is a reason not to. If I want to vent to kill the 9/2. Nah, I just want the armor. Playing these two cards up here is actually more valuable than killing the 9/2 is. In 2 rounds, my Nameless Siren is at 22 rage. I would argue that this is reasonably strong. Okay. Then we go Imp, Torch, and we get to drop a Welder Helper as well. Look at this. It's out of control. Like, it really is just so strong. The only thing we even have to worry about is like the first 190 heavy, but even that shouldn't be problematic. And we even get to drop Super Imp. Look at this guy. Just to really add insult to injury, we drop a 25 damage Welder Helper on him as well. Dude, this Incant Seal with the new Sirens is just so strong. I had a feeling it was going to be pretty strong, right? But, like, this is insane. We wiped the entire floor. She kills everything. This is too much. I guess we don't wipe the very back unit, but, like, you know, Torch. And I think playing this when you get to trigger it on a 1-cost spell is fine right now. We don't have anything super important to hold on to. So just being sure I can play 3 to 4 spells a turn is really where we want to be. And we can do that. And we even get to manage his armor. What more can I say? What more can I say? I took a chance on Founding Seal and we high rolled to an amazing degree. However, what's interesting to note about this as I play 4 spells off of 3 energy here. What's interesting to note off of this is if you went armor on the Pyre, there was another really strong path, which was like the other path you can take on this run is you can just grab you can grab the multi-strike tome and just slap multi-strike on your Tethys, right? And just turn Tethys into an animal. Take the shark, the Titan Sentry, and then pick up like Steelworker, and this run also goes insane. Like, there's a lot of ways to make this run go well. Oh, hello. It's the new Volatile Gauge. Draw a card and randomize its cost between 1 and 3, but for +3 draw. That sounds really bad here. Holy shit. If I had committed to Conduit Tethys. If I had committed to Conduit Tethys, this run would actually be so broken. Oh no. I could have level 3 Conduit Tethys and I could just play 8 spells per turn. Plus 48 armor and plus 32 rage every single turn. Oh man, I'm gonna skip it. But what could have been? What could have been? Unfortunate. Gifts for a Guard doesn't sound that good because I actually don't want to clear out these spells. I just want to play them. I'm gonna take Crystalline Seeds. 3 spells is good right now. Important work. We have 3 imps in the deck. Is this worth it? Good question. I think it isn't. Battering Ram is maybe worth it. My man gets up into the like hundreds. This is gonna one-shot almost everything. Yeah, I like that. And then we just want to -1 it twice, and we pick up draw. We're just gonna, so our next order of business is hit every single Merchant of Magic and just spam -1s. And also look for Rail Hammer. I saw the hammer and I went, oh my god. But it's the Infused Mallet, it's not the Rail Hammer. I have no X-Cost, I have Vent. Is this worth it for Vent? What are the other X-Cost cards? It's, we can see the 2 spikes, right? And that's it? If I see one of the spikes, it's pretty cool. But, I mean, I guess the question is this worth 25 gold? And the answer is, like, in the most technical sense, it is worth exactly 25 gold. Because I don't have to +10 my Vent. Sure. We just have to find holdover. And then we just want to spam -1s on anything that costs more than 1. +20 and consume? Nah. Eternal Stone to remove consume on ally is actually pretty cool as well. Then we can give it a -1. No holdover. I'm throwing. I'm throwing. Holdover Vent is the only piece of this puzzle we're missing at this point. And I just missed it. I shouldn't, I keep doing this, right? Where I'm like, just take what you get, and then I roll the upgrade I wanted and go, well. Arc of Invasion. We can do it. Every time we get to set up top 4, I'm very happy. And, I mean, I can always set up top 4, it's just a matter of if I miss imps. Do I care about the imps here? Great question. I'm gonna go with no. I think that more time is more important. Plus I can still get some imps out, like I can get this imp out here. It's 6 versus, if I had torched it would have been 8. Or, yeah, 6 versus 8 there. This is fine. Now, no Rage Siren turn 1's also a little scary, but should be okay. Welder Helper doesn't get to play. We missed the Collector, also very sad. But we took a trial for it, so you know. I guess the Alley of the Ancients is probably about as good as the value I'd get out of the Held Over Vent. Roughly. You can make a case that it's not. It's an interesting case to make. It's a reasonable case to make as well. Make a very reasonable case against it. God, look at how fast the damage scales up. It's crazy. I cannot get over this. Just how fast she scales with this double incant. We don't even have anything affecting her rage. I guess this is what they were afraid of with buffing her, right? The reason that she was so 1 rage is because that 4 rage per round it gets crazy, but if you're nerfing a unit because of an artifact, you shouldn't. I feel like, because the artifact is inconsistency. If you get the nuts and you get to have a lot of fun, but the odds are against me that I ever get to do this again. Basically, is where I'm going with this. So it's not that big of a deal. I don't think that I get to go absolutely mad with power here, because there were things that had to go right, and for the purposes of win streaking, which is what I feel like they're balancing towards, this is very inconsistent and you don't always get to do it sort of situation. I should drop the imp down here because I want him to eat around a lifesteal. Tethys just dies. I need to kill him in 3 rounds, which she does, right? She does for sure. The Vent will kill this guy, right? Because he got a 133 chumped for him. Yeah, we'll kill him in 3 rounds for sure. Kill him before he kills Siren is not a super hard ass. Just play these 3 cards. Yeah, she's doing 300 per round. She'll overpower his 27 healing, I think. Also, he doesn't heal from the Guard of the Unnamed. So, for real, he just doesn't stand a chance. Can I get it to 2 rounds? No, I don't think so. But 3 rounds, you know. Actually really close, huh? Alright, really, really glad I gave her that plus 25 when I did. I'm glad I didn't try to go for some sort of crazy high roll. Now, Glacial Seal with Founding Seal. Have you considered it? Think about it for a second. Just run it through the brain for a second, run it through the dome. That's 4 Frostbite per round. For the cost of 1 space on my train and 2 energy, as long as I can protect it and don't go against sweep, I get something that's almost as good as Hot Shark. I say almost because this doesn't have draw priority and Hot Shark does. And I'm taking Forensics 1, by the way. Just get out of my face, bitch. That's the crux of my argument there is get the fuck away from me, you dumb Poe. Glacial Seal, I wouldn't have taken it before, even at 1 energy in this situation. Even if I was playing this with like maybe if the Siren was doing 1 attack as well. Okay, just keep farming magic merchants. Removals aren't super important. Oh, if I had 1 more, if I could double stack fucking, oh my god, if I could double stack Ally of the Ancients here, oh. I can actually double stack Frenzied Swarm. I can afford it too. If I roll into holdover, I can still buy it. And if I don't, it's fine. Because now I don't need to hold over the vent. I can hold over Frenzied Swarm and we win the game off of that as well. There's so many things that just auto win us this game. The only thing to look out for now is like inconsistency, right? There's inconsistency in the deck for sure. We have 30 cards. I should at least clear out the Train Steward. You can check the event. What do you got for me today? Ooh. 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 Yo, that's really interesting as well. I mean, if I Major Refraction her, she just... she actually could just like... Oh my god. Oh, I could just put her down with the 2 imps. This floor just wipes the world. However, the better answer is to Minor Refraction, because there are combats where that doesn't work out very well. It's better to do this. I could do it on the Shark as well, but this is better because she already has her 2 upgrade slots filled, and it's the same space. And this just means that I always get to put myself top floor. Or I can duplicate her. I can duplicate her. Oh yeah, I can duplicate her. It's inconsistency though, right? You wanna... The only thing to safeguard, right? There's an amount of hubris I can go for. I can duplicate her, I can take 30 cards, right? I can not remove torches and frozen lances. But I'm opening myself up to the 1 bad draw syndrome, right? If we have 1 combat where we draw extremely poorly, this run can slip out of our grasp. It's something to keep in mind. However, 2 of these Sirens, like, it's just really interesting, right? Because it's a sort of circumstance where I'm kind of flexing, kind of going like, yo, look at how strong we are, and I'll open myself up to a potential L here. That card is just there to trigger Incant, by the way. Like, every card in this deck is just here to trigger Incant on these units. This is a combat where the sweep was worth considering as well. Because I'm going to take 2 damage, it looks like. Oh, wait, no, I think I can actually punch through this, right? Yeah, I can. Cool. I just have to play these in the right order. I actually broke through the spell shield on Alabaster Guardian and had it matter. And I think we just play Preserve to freeze a 1-cost spell, like I've been saying. In conclusion, Founding Seal is it's a prospective pick, but if you hit, I mean, do I need to say more than observe the screen? So what am I playing here? I'm playing Welder Helper, Crystallis, Frenzied Swarm, Vent. Definitely. And this Welder Helper just gets to stay. Like, he gets to chill. Is it better for him to be in front or behind? Better for him to be behind so he cleans up backline, because she might get stuck on like a double heavy plus a backline sort of situation. Alright, so we're playing... Oh, I can't play all these cards, right? Because Vent, I can't play post Frenzied Swarm, and I can't play Vent and then Frenzied Swarm. Okay. What does that change? I mean, I think it's better for me to Frenzied Swarm, because it doesn't matter. It's better for me to Frenzied Swarm, for sure. I had to play it like this. Because this way, my Shark takes 0. With Vent, my Shark takes something. He took an amount of damage there. Microing his armor is good. It's not going to be that important when I can do things like this, but it's still good. Should probably torch this imp, but, you know. We can go for a flawless run. Did I already play Molting Imp? No, that's right, I discarded him. I remember. Okay. Even playing Ally of the Ancients a second time is just like, it's super value. It's such value. It's 50 armor, like what more can I say? Usually I have like, there's meaningful decisions and I feel like my commentary is a lot of like, I feel like I provide meaningful good commentary. However, on this episode, I feel like I have exactly one thing to say, which is holy shit. Like what else can I say? Other than just holy shit, dude. What the fuck are we playing? This is an extreme high roll, but oh my god. Just, oh my god. What an unbelievable high roll we landed here today. Oh, I accidentally torched my own unit, whoops. I'm right though, like I'm actually right, she, with the help of Tethys, can actually just take down double heavies. An interesting thing to note, right, because it does take her a little while to get there. It takes her about it's like 5 rounds to get to the point where she's able to take down double heavies. Double heavies start spawning on round 3. So it's interesting to note that and consider picking up sweep on Tethys plus... Yeah, it's interesting to consider picking up sweep on Tethys plus putting Tethys in front of the Siren, so Tethys softens them, the double heavies up. However, if I get... I'm not... Whatever they offer me as my other Tethys pick, I'm picking. I'm picking Conduit on this run, is what I'm saying to you right now. Dark Deal is... It is okay. One Horns is also interesting here, but I don't think so. I'm gonna pick Dark Deal, and I'm gonna pick Draw over Energy. I'm rolling for Conduit Tethys, dude. I'm rolling for Conduit Tethys. I can't believe it. In all 400 hours, this is it. This is the Conduit Tethys run. Ah, shit. Too bad. I'll still go sweep, it answers the problem as well. But I took the draw hoping for the Conduit. It's fine, because we just go into some magic shops. Iron Can Armor 1. Takes his armor gain per turn up to 8. Save the rest of our money. Chill. I guess we will start, there's no reason for me not to start removing cards that are bad in this deck. What's bad in this deck? Like, the 2-cost Crystallis is bad. And I think that we should get rid of Torches. And then we start -1ing all of our 1-cost spells. Hopefully we get to take this trial. Spikes 5. This is the one that I have to be concerned about. I think I cannot take this one, unfortunately. Too bad. Any other trial there? Even Heaven's Seal, I pick, but I can't take that one. Right on, we get to start our top 4 setup. We just get to go insane, right? If I get to do anything to cheat energy out, we get to be really strong as well. Any sort of energy relic gets us a lot of power. Okay. This is fine. I also did say we might want to duplicate the Siren. Still worth considering. Glad I picked up Hellpact there. Hellpact coming in clutch. Even if it's only useful that one time, it was worth it more than the 25 gold was. Because something you have to keep in mind is that 25 gold is not much. Like, it's really, really not very strong. So you add 25 gold to your deck. Does this guy get by me here? Ah, he does. Just barely. Because I drew 3 imps. How interesting. How imp-tristing, if you will. Alright, no more imp puns. You're probably imploring me to stop. It's really, you know, I think the best imp pun I ever put out was the Empirical Sciences one. I was supposed to put Tethys in front, but it doesn't matter because I don't think there are double heavies on this combat. I'm pretty sure it just alternates between what we're seeing every round, as you can see. That's why it didn't make a difference. Yeah, she gets to be pretty strong here. Drop a Crystalline Seeds, because this is the worst one, I believe. With them behind, it's not that big of a deal. With them in front, it's a little scary. Because they'll tank her hits for us. So clear, but we have Vent and we have Crystalline Siege, which both came out to be pretty strong. I gotta say, pretty happy with both of them. We're triggering Incant to a reasonable degree. We're struggling with like the first heavy that hits us, right? First heavy offers some resistance, but after the first one we steamroll. Very much so. And I'll just freeze a 0-cost or a 1-cost spell here. Right on. It's not a foregone conclusion, I think, until we get a holdover on Vent. If we get a holdover on Vent, this run is over, 100%. Or actually, it's holdover Frenzied Swarm now. But either way you slice it, right, this run is basically over if we find holdover and I'm able to buy it. This imp is not worth that much. He's only worth 12 armor, which is kind of funny. Okay. 804 damage there is pretty good. Again, Frenzied Swarm versus Vent here. I think it doesn't matter. I guess I get to trigger 2 incants by playing Torch Vent, which is a little better. Because it's the same outcome. He takes the same amount of damage either way because of the Extinguish. Fine with me. And we just trigger more incant. I had a Watcher, but we fought exactly 1 sweep combat, which is enough, right? It was enough. If that sweep combat was slightly, if I hadn't given her the health, we would have died. But I was just recapping that choice because that's always a choice that's interesting to make. A freeze, it doesn't matter. Now I am going to vent bottom floor, but by the time we get to this point, it doesn't matter. Another reasonable way to get ourselves to a victory here. 52. Can I actually kill him? That'd be kind of funny. All of this setup and then just pop him with the battering ram? Pretty close. Pretty close. But all of the choices I've made are interesting because you could do this run again and... Do I want to name? Yeah, it's a free incant trigger. Imp in a box? Probably not. You could do this run again and instead of doing what I did here, you could just go to every single higher health and go into this combat with max health and feel similar strength levels. I missed the Hell Vent, no big deal. Wait on the removals, check the trinket shop. Check the magic shop. We're of course fishing for a holdover. I'll take the -1 and then I'll roll it and see what we're looking at then. -1 Crystallis to 0. What are we looking at here? Okay. I missed holdover. It's not the end of the world. Make this card free because I will not be getting holdover. I spent all my money so I don't get to buy anything cool here. However, as I was saying, I think that anything that makes our pyre a little more survivable for those first rounds is strong. And then we just want to give our shark the highest chance of survival. We need him, like, I generate so much armor that he's just gonna scale out of control anyway. Yeah, I think I might remove the Welder Helper, because he's only worth 12 armor, but I missed the double Rage Incant. And if I roll, nah, he removes himself though. I feel like for consistency's sake, this is better. Yeah, I think this is better for consistency's sake, if you can believe it. All right, Seraph, this was a really fast run. You can tell when it's really strong because it's really fast. No matter what happens, we set up top 4, we give ourselves the most time to trigger incants. Hitting Siren first is better than hitting Shark first, because she just needs to get there. We're gonna get sapped like crazy, but we should outscale. I believe we outscale. Now, for double heavies, I think I want to put the Siren behind Tethys. Dark deal, okay. We outscale. We outscale. For sure. And then I will just, whenever I draw a clear spell, I'll be playing it on that floor. Clearing the backline is important. Now, we are focusing, I mean, I'm generating so much rage that the sap on this floor every turn does not matter to me, basically. Yeah, it really doesn't make a difference. I could daze this guy, but I think it's better just to trigger incant. Right? The faster she gets up to 190 times 2, the better off we are. Also, she only needs to get to like 170 times 2. Our shark never gets to attack, but it really doesn't matter. Tethys will also eventually not get to attack, but I don't think it matters. It's all on Nameless Siren here. All eyes on you. The Frozen. I think I'm gonna freeze Crystallis so I can play it on this turn. Feels like it's better. I'm a little worried about Tethys not getting to attack, I guess. But I'm mostly worried about that for the 5 health boys, right? What are we looking at here? Because this is the highest damage output we could see basically, and it is pretty big. That's 85, and I didn't draw a. I did draw an answer actually. Battering ram's an answer here. My God. Okay, so I'm gonna play. Yeah, wow, we actually wiped this entire floor. That's crazy. I'm not gonna play Welder Helper. I'm gonna play Battering Ram to kill the first guy. And then I play Frozen Lance. And then I play a Crystallis, right? I believe I play Crystallis? I can hold on to it though, but it's better just to be triggering incant with this because it's free. And I don't care about that spell weakness. I'm going to... I just care about incants. I don't care about anything else. Playing Unnamed Tome is different than playing Crystallis, because drawing Crystallis is always a benefit, whereas I will never draw Unnamed Tome again. So I play it when it triggers incant and does anything. And I play my other spells first. I don't need the Molting Imp, I'll hold on to him. He's gonna have his day in the sun, right? He's gonna have his moment where he dives in front of the shark and saves the day. Pact was worth it. I think we're more or less there though. This is the one wave that can damage us, right? Or no, these next 3 waves are the waves that can damage us, but... because of the frostbite, because of the sap, right? We're a little behind. However, that's what the spells are here for. What a good turn. Yeah, wow, what a good turn. I'm gonna drop this imp and kill him, probably. Because I want to leave that space for if I get Welder Helper to save my life, right? Yeah. Another just, like, killer draw. The deck, despite having so many cards, is actually relatively consistent. And because I just took every single cost reduction I could, I didn't need to take energy. I was allowed to take space and draw, which lets me always set myself up like this. And we just get to go out of control here. She's above 190 and she won't get dropped below it. It's over. Playing Preserve when I draw it is important, right? Because with the 0-cost spells, we should have about enough. Unfortunately, Tethys doesn't get to sweep, so we will be taking backline damage. Something to note, because of the sap, Tethys will not be able to hit backline anymore. I guess I should have recognized this and put the imp behind, because I can die if I let if I let all 3 of these Shadewings go through, we're gonna lose, or both of these Shadewings go through. However, it is okay. Oh, because Tethys is up to 2 now. Tethys has shook it off. Great work, everyone. I think we're fine. I think we take this one home with a decent amount of certainty, even. Yeah, I mean, it was a little shaky just because of the single 4 setup against Seraph, but it only ended up being a problem on a single round. Tethys just barely gets there. The other thing you can do if you want to guarantee this run, right, is just save the money, don't go for the remove consume, and go for the holdover. However, too late. The animation time on this is insane. The amount of time it takes for all these incants to trigger is just ridiculous. Yeah, Founding Seal as your starter, how is it? Oh my god. rough translation there is fucking insane. What the fuck am I saying? It's I think that's Monster by Jay-Z and Kanye from My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Yeah, not even close, dude. Like, not even close. Was that Covenant 0? Seraph died in like 2 rounds. That's crazy. Holy shit, that's crazy. Alright. Like, one of the faster runs I've ever played as well. Excellent. Excellent run. I'm really glad I picked Founding Seal because it opened us up, right? But like I said, I think that you also have a really reasonable path to victory with the other plan. However, what you should note is I'm pretty sure if you picked One Horns and made Tethys your win condition, you would have died on 4-5 to Sower of Sorrows. I'm pretty sure he just cleans the floor with you. That's a really interesting one. I'd like to see if you could win that the other way, because I'm pretty sure 4-5 is just a blocks your path sort of situation. It was close even on this. We were 1 round away from doom. The minor choices I made that, like, really the things that have changed about me when playing this game are those minor choices, right? Things that, like, the big sweeping changes are obvious, right? Picking good units and things like that. But the minor changes, like, this Siren is probably going to be so strong that she solo carries the run anyway. It's a really easy way to lose, where you go into, like, this is good, but let's make it great, right? So what does that mean? It's things like, oh, well, what if I, like, duplicating the Siren, right? Or picking Siren of the Sea, things like that, where it's like, oh yeah, it would be good, but we already have the win, and adding in draw priority inconsistencies means that becomes bad and scary. And you have to fish for, like, plus 25 and multi-strike on the Siren of the Sea, for example. And you gotta take space, and then you're throwing Tethys to the wind, and it's just weird. It's like, it's bad for content, right? Because like seeing a floor, being able to take a screenshot of a floor of like 4 Sirens doing 400 times 2 is great, right? That's zany, that's wacky. But if you want to just win consistently, you have to recognize when you have the win and when enough is enough and when you have to stop, basically. That's my wisdom for you today. If you're struggling, just recognize when you have the win and make choices that are like, this is boring, but it's actually better, right? Like if I wanted to really make that, because making all the spells cost 0 was fun and cool, but giving myself more pyre health so that even in really bad cases I can handle 2 or 3 heavies going by me was probably the smarter choice. Really cool run though. It's a really like educational run, even though it looks like a stomp, because this is a lesson in like taking it back a step. I didn't need to take one horns. One horns could have been silly and could have been fun, but there are a lot of times where it's worthless. I didn't need to duplicate my Siren. All I had to do was play Big Shark, play Siren, and play a lot of spells, and you win the game. Really cool run. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, leave me a like. Subscribe if you wish to see more. I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.